All right, everybody. So I have a visitor that might be possibly the last time y'all will ever see her. I'm gonna trying to be real careful with her, but this little family member, is rather sick. I know she doesn't look like it. Cats tend to hold themselves together better than most humans, but better than dogs too. But yeah, so she's um she's breathing a little more heavy these days. I don't know if y'all can really tell, but yeah, you see how she's breathing heavier. I'm gonna go ahead and put her down. Um, yeah, it's okay, baby girl. It's okay. But she's got some fluid in her chest and in her lungs, and I don't know if Mrs. Urban found out yet this afternoon, or if they won't let her know until tomorrow or beginning of next week what the lab results come back with. But yeah, they're leaning towards possibly cancer or this other fancy upper respiratory issue. Give me a second. I can pull up. I have it right here. Notes from the vet. Took x-rays of her chest, discovered chest is full of fluid. This is why she's having a hard time breathing. Heart unable to be evaluated on the x-rays. No sign of blunt force trauma, no broken ribs or obvious penetrating wounds. Uh, this is could be fluid from cancer or chyle, chyle, aka fluid from lymphatics. And there's some clear fluid from some infection going on. So, not sure exactly what it is, but it's there's really not much of an option, not as far as treatment to try to get her hardly any better. Cancer is going to be cancer, and that's going to just kill her, and that sucks. If it's the other stuff, then they could do a chest tube and drain it, but she'd have to get that done every 6 or 7 months, and that's really tough to do on smaller animals like cats. It puts them uh, in a good bit of pain, and the recovery from it is awful. It's almost more awful than the cat trying to live with it right now. So we voted for uh, waiting to find out exactly what it is. You know, who knows? It could possibly be something that they did not list. It might be something entirely different from those two things, and possibly can be something that can be treated with some kind of medication. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That would be a miracle, a blessing, at least for the cat, and my wife, who likes having her around so much. But it's brutal. So we don't know how long she's gonna last, how long she's gonna live, how much pain she could possibly suddenly start enduring. This has really only been we've noticed about 2 or 3 days ago, yeah, about 2.5 days ago, that her breathing was really much heavier, and she was not as active, and she was not eating as quickly as she loves to. She's like this cat, like when it's feeding time, she screams at you, and then as soon as you put just a little bit in her food bowl, she like tries to gulp it down as fast as possible. And so we quickly learned from when we got her years ago that you have to kind of pace her and just give her just a little bit of food at a time. because otherwise, if you just dump, a solid amount, she gobbles it all up, and then 2 minutes later, she's puking it back out because she ate it too fast. So that was kind of something we quickly learned that, hey, we gotta forcibly slow her down so she doesn't throw it back up. But so we noticed that she was not as um, aggressive in trying to get us to feed her, or was she eating as quickly as much? Well, yeah, I'm in the middle of a lie, but what?
My tweet.
What?
My tweet.
What are you talking about?
My tweet.
Oh, your treat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I gotta hook Suburban up real quick. Which flavor? Peaches and cream or s'mores? S'mores?
Bye, Dan.
Right. You put your corn in the trash and plate in the dishwasher?
Oh, I didn't know you were.
Yeah, go do that. If you're done eating, go do that. So yeah, so poor cat. Hopefully, she can endure things a little bit longer. Maybe possibly a chance of being able to get her better. If not, we'll see. Keep. There's always someone home with her these days, so we'll always have somebody keeping an eye on her. Um, and if we see if anybody notices her like really struggling and in obvious pain, then we might have to take her to go get her put down. Um, Otherwise, fingers are crossed that she just passes in the night, and doesn't suffer. Yeah, as much as I don't care for cats, she's still an animal, and she's still a family pet, and so um, yeah. I'm not completely mean. I'm not a heartless bastard. I do care a little bit. Yeah, I don't wish to see animals suffer. Period. Even if I don't like the damn thing. um, so yeah, we'll see how she does. See what happens. It's definitely messing with the kids. A couple of the kids are really very upset about it, and Mrs. Urban is struggling. She's having a hard time. She's not doing well. Yeah, I don't know if she's ever lost an animal due to illness. Sudden illness like this. I've had animals in the past that I've lost, pets that I cared about. Um, Two of them due to illness, but it wasn't like at an early age. She's like only 4 years old. A cat that's only 4 years old is dealing with this. That really sucks. To have your life cut that short as a cat. You know, Cats and dogs don't live all that long compared to us, anyways, as it is. So it really sucks for them to be that young. She's not even halfway through a good life yet. So that sucks. It does suck. So I understand where these kids and where my wife is feeling it. But yeah, so enough with the sad stuff. Enough with the sad news. That's kind of what we're dealing with here at our house. Um, but hey, if you saw the video on the three of these that I picked up at Blade Show, this one that's really wicked cool. I added a lanyard and bead to it. Kind of felt like I at least needed to give it a go, give it a try, because as I pointed out in the video, you see the lanyard hole. It actually has grooves cut out on milled out on each side on the titanium for your lanyard cordage to kind of nestle in and be placed in and be a little more streamlined. Yeah, so that's kind of cool, and I wanted to see how much of a difference that made. It makes a little bit of a difference. Yeah, kind of giving it that track to go into, so that when you go to use the knife and you want to choke back and use that cordage as part of your grip, yeah, there's no bulge there. It's more streamlined. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, particularly in this knife. I think if anything, it just makes it look better for photos, because like it just helps hold the cordage out like that. But yeah, so I got this particular silver and black diamond pattern cordage because I didn't have anything that I didn't own any cordage. Granted, I've got like 7 or 8 different color schemes of cordage of 550 paracord, and that I've got. I've got at least 6 or 7 different styles, flavors, colors, ways, or whatever. But nothing I had looked good, so I had to buy a whole damn roll. I don't know where I set the roll. I set it around here somewhere. But yeah, bought a whole damn roll of this stuff, and then got this sweet little bead. Kind of fits pretty good with the scales. Yeah, it's not a great. It's not as silvery. It's got more blues and golds in it rather than silver and black. But yeah, it looks all right. But yeah, this thing is a killer knife. I absolutely am digging this guy. But and the sweet little lock that's back there, really cool, really cool how that guy works. But yeah, so I've been enjoying that one a little bit, and my ProTech, it's actually in my pants pockets from going to work today. But the ProTech Oligarch in that battle green with number 69 out of 110 for Blade Show. So yeah, this is my number 69 live of Urban Legends lives. Granted, there's a few special ones. Like last week, I just Blade Show grabs was the title of it, so that wasn't an official regular part of my Legends live thing. But I do have a new knife. Before I bust into that package, it arrived today. Let's do a little few shout outs because I've neglected y'all on that. So howdy Ground Fog. What's up, Marco? Marco in the house. Joe, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Neil's here. There's Ed Harrison, the infamous Ed Harrison. Brother, how are you? Your pocketbook empty yet? This fella, if you don't know, which I'm sure most of y'all do, he's been extremely gracious and super helpful for Bluminati and his family, doing a lot of heartfelt, heavy donations, and picking up a few cool things out of that process. But absolutely been a founder in the funding that they've been doing to help Bluminati and his family recover from their house getting totally pulverized from a really bad storm. What was that like? Just a month or so ago. It was. I want to say it was like maybe 2 weeks before Blade Show, a week or two before Blade Show. But yeah, really terrible that happened. And Ed's just been a blessing, like he is to many people in need. So pat on the back, everybody. 5 cheers for Ed Harrison. So, and there's Groundhog again. There's Bluminati. I Bluminati, I hope you don't mind us, talking about your stuff. So, feel free to chime in if you haven't already. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what the community's for. I'm a little tapped out. I wish I could. I've got 6 kids that I'm trying to deal with myself, but not that that's an excuse. But I'm not as able, I guess, as some others. But I'm super glad that others are reaching out and doing good for you. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. You're a valid member of the community. We appreciate everything that you've done for everyone, and those who can give back are giving back, and it's well deserved. Don't feel bad about it. We're here for you. People have been here for me too at times, and I've been very, very grateful myself. So what comes around goes around, right? Drew Dude, what's up? Dwayne's in the house. Eagle Scout EDC, I saw you, brother. I saw you coming in. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Good. All right. All right. Y'all ready to see what I picked up? What I ordered? This was a knife that I've wanted at Blade Show. Didn't realize I wanted until I spent some time at their table and I was hanging out with Vu. Vu was at the Remet table, and so I had to order this from Remet. But let me go ahead and open it with something special too. Yeah. So even though it's a $950 knife, oh, that thing just sings. The ting and the vibration. Oh, I love this knife. This one brings me so much joy. Yeah, it's an Edgy Blade Works. It's the Grunt. Oh, so good. The acoustics, the vibration, the action, this badass looking carbon fiber. Like, the camera's not going to do it justice. Look at the couple of photos that I posted a photo yesterday and today that I took of this knife. Took it out and did a little photo shoot at my local Veterans Memorial, and it was a fitting place to take such photos of such a knife. But yeah, God, I love this knife. So anyways, so at Blade Show, I was at the Remet table. I was hanging out with Vu. We were talking, and I was, we were kind of both together, drooling over a couple of Remet's newer models. One of them being this guy that is super, super sweet in how it's got no visible hardware. You remove this side of the scale by pushing in that gold button there in the middle, and then the scale just shifts backwards just a little bit, and then that frees it and it pops right off, and then it gives you access to all the interior. Man, do y'all see? Look at this. If I turn a certain way in the light on my beard here, there's a couple of little gray hairs that are capturing that light and giving a little bit of a shine. I'm not even 40 yet, and I'm getting some gray hairs. But yeah, and then we were talking about the new crystallized titanium treatment that's being done to scales. Remet's got 1 or 2 models of that. That's really cool. I'm just, Remet was kind of just one of those knife companies on the back burner a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And there's really nothing super standing out impressive by them at the time. Oh, B&A, you're at a pizza joint. New rule. B&A, listen up, new rule. For my lives, no talking about food. We cannot talk about food these days with me on this damn diet, because yeah, I'm on this hard willpower diet, and I absolutely hate it. but it is completely necessary for the sake of my back pain that I get my weight down a little bit more. I've kind of let myself get a little too chunky around the midsection over the last couple years, and so yeah, it is time to get myself in gear and do this diet and start swimming my ass off to lose some weight, get that calorie deficiency going. But so yeah, so Ramet's got a handful of models, like 2 or 3 models of gravity knives, and I just I love I love the couple of automatics that I have. Um, and I've always been intrigued with the gravity knives since they started out, but I kind of held off for a little while. Kind of felt like they were more of a novelty thing. But then I got to the Remet table at Blade Show and handled them in person and was just like, oh, okay, I get it. I get what the hype is around these things. I get why people like them so much. And so I kind of got fond of uh, this particular one right here. This is the sword fin, and this is the one that they did not have in the DLC finish that I wanted. So this is the DLC with the black titanium handle, and this I know the camera because I'm not paying for StreamYard's more premium package deal to get higher HD camera. So my computer camera is freaking awesome, but you don't get to see it in its full glory because I refuse to pay StreamYard for 4K quality on my video feed. But this thing, this is not a carbon fiber. This is not an inlay. The titanium has been textured, has been milled, and that is freaking awesome. Like when I first picked it up, when I first saw it, it looks like it's an inlay or onlay, like a carbon fiber or something, but it's absolutely not. It is titanium, and it is milled out around here to kind of around the action button. It's milled in a way that kind of makes it look like it's an onlay, like it's stacked on top of it, but it's not. It's all one freaking piece, and that's just nuts. Like that was once I got like up close looking at it, I was like, that is crazy. So, and of course, it's got the fat carbon, and this is the red, white, blue, which I'm going to go ahead and rock through 4th of July, and that'll be sweet. But I did pick up one of the other flavors of the carbon fiber or fat carbon inlay. This is the one. Let me take out the package because you can't really see it. And the package is fucking annoying. But this is like the green and like the neon green and teal, blue and black. And so yeah, this is another sick looking one. Yeah. So that's and these are only like 13 or 14 bucks a pop. They weren't that much more to get to get another one of these. They're out of the one that I want. The color that I want, that I really would have preferred to have gotten. Let me go to Remet's website. There it is. All right, let me share it with you guys, so y'all see what I'm seeing. Do you see what I see? Okay, so here it is. So there's the scale that I got, and actually mine's more busy than that one, which is cool. I like it being a little more busy. Actually, it just makes it pop and stand out more. This one's kind of the photo on their website is kind of more of a subdued um, bit of the pattern. But let's see. Here's the one that I ordered. That's the red, white, and blue on the with the black there. Um, but don't they have? Oh, and it comes with the leather slip, and it's not great quality leather, but it's good quality. It's decent. Oh, that's the missus. Probably just letting me know that she's on her way home. But yeah, so it comes with a nice little leather slip if that's how you want to rock it. If anything, I think it's kind of nice to have the slip just for storing it. You know, just kind of protect the titanium finish. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So that here it is. Well, I mean, they've got it showing and picturing the. Oh, they've got it to where the clip is exposed. Okay, my bad. See, I don't even know how to get this fucker in here. There we are. There you go, Urban. You finally figured it out, dumbass. So here we go. Um. So yeah, here look at that. Look at how um that's done. It's just milled. It's not an overlay, although it kind of almost looks like it is. But that's to me, I just thought that was really cool. Um, really crazy how well they do the engineering of it. Yeah, that's kind of what's getting me these days with knives. The ones that I'm choosing to purchase, it's more my. Granted, it's got to fit the requirements of having, preferably the blade shapes that I favor. But it's got to be about the engineering. There's got to it's got to impress me by the way that it's made, the way that it's designed. It has to be a little more innovative than your, that sets it out above and beyond the rest of what everybody else is doing. So that's why I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired from working and swimming today. So I'm trying to keep some energy for you guys so that I'm not boring, but you're gonna get some yawns. So I apologize in advance for the yawns because I'm actually honestly pretty freaking beat. But yeah, so here's the different fat carbon inlays. Well, that's just regular carbon fiber. See. Ugh. So you have that choice. You have the regular carbon fiber, then you have the teal and green one, the neon, and then you have the red, white, and blue, and then this bottom one is the other one that I really liked, which is just that neon yellow, fat carbon, and they're out of stock on those. So maybe if they for the holidays do like a free shipping weekend, and that guy's in stock, I will get that third inlay because I like that. I like just the one color with the black. Um, but they all look sweet. They all look really cool. So I honestly I don't get this. I don't. So you see how they show with the pocket slip, which the pocket slip does not have a belt loop on the back for you to attach it to your belt or a bag. There's not a clip on this side to clip it onto anything. So I guess it's a pocket dropper, but yet it's a knife that has the pocket clip on it. So I mean, essentially, like, what this photo makes no sense here, where he shows the blue jeans pocket, where it's in its slip in the pocket, but it's using the pocket clip on the knife to hold it in the pocket. Like that just what, like, that's messing with my mind. Like my brain is screaming, no, what the hell are you doing? That makes absolutely no sense to carry it that way. But I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to just show the leather slip with the knife fitted in it, and yet you still have the pocket clip on the knife. So I guess essentially, if you want to just have it in the slip and just use the slip, you could or would remove the pocket clip, because then you really don't need the pocket clip. You just pull the whole thing in the slip out of your pocket, um, and then pull the knife out, use it, and then put it back in the slip, and then drop it back in your pocket. And then that way, if you know, so you got a better feel in the hand of not feeling that pocket clip. I mean, you feel the pocket clip; it's there when you hold it. But what is sweet about this model, about the swordfish, is that it is lefty friendly. I can, in fact, not only swap well, I don't think you can't swap the pocket clip, so it's not lefty friendly in that way, but you can flip which side the button is on, I believe. That was my understanding at Blade Show. Is that not the case? I mean, if it's not, then that's not a big deal to me. But I know that for some lefties that are actually solid lefties, not ambidextrous like I am, right-handed only knives are a problem for them. Yeah, so I'm going to have to redo that research to see, can you swap all that around? Well, I mean, essentially, I guess what you're doing is you're just switching the blade. So the way the blade is in there, so that instead of like that, no, it's the button. It's the button that you've got to flip around. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out and find out if that's something that you can do. So that would mean I've got to know. I've got to know, and I've got to know now. It's gonna bother me if I don't do this. Y'all stand by. I'm going at it with the tools. Gotta figure this out before it pisses me off. It's they are T6s. Where's my damn T6 bit? Uh-oh. Where'd my T6 bit go? It's somewhere around. Oh, there they are. They're right in here. Nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Are these all T8s? Yes, dear. I'm in the middle of a live, my dear. Yeah. That would be why. So is it important? Do you need something? No, okay. All right. Cat's still alive. And she's doing okay. I just fed her. I'm not joking. I'm just letting you know that she's fine. Okay. You're welcome. Because I know that you've been worrying about her all day. I know. And I'm trying to be a supportive husband, even though I don't like the cat. I know she likes me. It always works out that way. I don't understand that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Love you. Bye. All right. So let me blow myself back up so that y'all can see. So I removed the cover. So there's the switch. So I removed that cover and I've got these holes here because these holes are where it is how this guy goes in. What if I didn't have it? So those screws hold that in place. And so you take those screws out and then this guy, you have to kind of plop it out. And so then you reveal those holes. But what do those holes do? And it's not like there's screws on this side. It's completely milled. So I'm a little confused as to how, like, what I gotta take the rest of the knife apart. Let me see. Let me take the pocket clip off. Oh, I picked up a bit driver. Not, I don't think it's titanium. It says in the description in one spot that it's titanium. It says in another spot that it's aluminum. Um, and as far as being magnetic, let's see here. I have a magnet here somewhere. Where do I have a damn magnet? It is not magnetic, other than where they have the magnet inside here. So the body of this thing is not magnetic. It is a little spinner dude on the top. So is it titanium? It's super lightweight, but with something like this, it could be titanium or it could just be aluminum, a lightweight aluminum. I don't know. Trying to get this pocket clip off, but the one of the screws is not wanting to grab on my bits. I need to order some new T6 bits. I have plenty of T8s, but I only have like one or two T6 bits, and they're starting to feel a little stripped out. No bueno. No bueno. Do I have another bit driver floating around somewhere? I don't know. I might have to get into this sucker later. But it is cool. So the way it works is you push the button up and the side pieces come out like wings, and then that allows the blade to drop, and then the same way to get it to go back in. So if you haven't seen how these guys work, that's how these guys work. The other model, see, Vu told me that these were reversible. The action was reversible so that you could set it up to work as a lefty. That's cool that it holds it in there, and there's no shake. There's absolutely no shake, no play when it's in, and there's no shake, no play. It is solid. It is solid as can be. And that's just crazy. I like it. I never thought in a million years that I would enjoy and own a gravity style knife. But looky here. Looky here. This is cool. I love the DLC. I love the milling on this. The touch of fat carbon's pretty sweet. Um, and just the mechanics, the mechanisms that are involved in how this thing works. So yeah, just really gnarly, really really cool. I'm trying to think how that slide button can go to the other side. That doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever. I'm just gonna put it back together just because I don't want to. I'm fine with it being right-handed only, like that. Really, um, because I always carry my EMP EDC pulse. I always carry my pulse in my left on my left side as my quick, no nonsense. I need to make a cut right now, one cut and put it right back up. Be done with it. That's my go-to, and I have that guy on my left side with me pretty much every damn day for the bulk part of my day. That's the knife that's there at the ready. Um, Here's here it is. Where did I sit down? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, these inlays are pretty sweet. Getting it back together. Getting it back together. I know y'all can't really see what I'm doing. But yeah, this little bit driver, I'm not gonna say little because it's really not little. I mean that's how big it is in my hand. Uh, I was kind of actually hoping that it was a little bit shorter. All right, it's back in there. I need to order some T6 bits. Y'all remind me at the end of the live tonight that I need to do that. I need to do that. But that is cool. So yeah, I don't know if you're swapping the blade, if you're taking it apart and just flipping the blade around. I guess that would make the easiest sense. But then the pocket clip is non-swapping. Like you still have to. But I mean, just the way it's engineered. Yeah, I guess you would just take it apart and flip the blade over, and everything else pretty much just stays the same. So the action is still gonna always be on the same side. You would just flip the blade around. But I have a couple other things coming. They're on their way, and then I picked up a couple other things. Let me ask y'all this. Well, what bit driver do you have, Eagle Scout? And what knife did you get today? You can't just sit there in the chat and tell us currently flipping my new knife that I got today and not say what it is. You have to say what it is. Don't be a dick. Tell us what it is. Unless you're trying to hide it for a future live. If you are, I get that. But if not, then tell us what you got, dude. Let us know what you got. So I have a couple of things on the way and a couple of things that I got. So the bit driver arrived yesterday with these things, and y'all tell me, if y'all have, for anybody who doesn't have calipers, so I have a cheap caliper, digital caliper that I picked up at Harbor Freight for like $7-8. And it's fine. It works. It actually works really well. But the batteries died in it, and I've just not bothered to get around to getting the right size batteries that need to go in it. So that's my laziness and not caring about that to have done that. But if you don't have calipers for knives, I understand calipers, especially digital ones, are fantastic for like using for all kinds of stuff. But just for knives, just to measure your thickness of your blade at its different points and measuring the length of the blade versus the length of the handle for that ratio knowledge, for knowing the thickness of the handle, that kind of thing. Do you need digital calipers, or would you be content, or possibly even prefer manual slide leveling calipers like this? And these are made out of brass, so they're not. I mean, they're not heavy, but they're not. They don't weigh nothing because they're brass, or at least brass coated. I'm leaving them in the package because I'm actually giving one of these away next Friday. I was gonna try to give this whole setup that I've got that's mentally put together, but all the items have not arrived yet. I actually get the rest of the items tomorrow, so it was like one day off. Oh, okay, it's the glide lock. You mentioned that in your live the other day, just a day or two ago. But yeah, so this guy's it slides out to 4 inches, so you got 4 inches of measurement. I think this would be kind of cool to have just at your desk, by your desk, for when you really don't need. You kind of you want to quickly know, but you don't need to or want to bust out some full-blown digital calipers. That you have those little guys. So I picked up 2 of these, and I'm going to see how I like having one of those and using one of those. And then the other one is going to be in the giveaway package that I'm putting together that will be done on next Friday's live. I think we're still going to do a giveaway today. I believe, if I remember right, I promised y'all last week that I would do a giveaway today. So we're going to make that happen. This thing is just so cool. This is so cool. So yeah, speaking of your penguin, there's Mrs. Mrs. just arrived. Let me pull up White Mountain Knives. Just got all of them in stock yesterday. So let's see if what models are still left. Mrs. Urban dropped her stuff and went straight for her kitty. She's out in the chair in the breakfast nook, just cuddling with her kitty. But all right, let me sort by newest and then share with you guys. All right, so EO Scout EDC, you picked up, I believe, this one. Yeah, am I right? The purple FRN with the ridges. Is that the one that you got, man? And it's got the new slide lock, I guess, or glide lock is what they're calling it. Oh, well, yeah, okay. So with the satin blades, my bad. Hold on. Let's go back. He got this one. This one. That's really purple. Like, that's purple. So if you like purple, that's a purple right there. That's like might give some bullied kids some flashbacks of purple nurple days in grade school. No. Yeah, 14C28M blade. I mean, y'all know the QSP Penguin. It's a great knife, and they did do a fantastic job with the glide lock. I know a lot of people, and me included, we're not fans of a slide lock. That this type of lock mechanism, I do like it better as a little bar like that. I do prefer that over like what Benchmade has, and so many others are doing. I prefer this over the large balls. My balls are still bigger, but and then my son picked up at Blade Show. He grabbed this one, which is the with the black blade, but it's a G10 with aluminum foil layering that looks really wicked. It kind of has almost a fat carbon effect to it, but different, and it's really cool. Like when you look at it from a side angle, it looks like there's depths to it, like a canyon. Um, it's wicked. In person, it's really gnarly handle material. Really cool handle material. Um, and it has kind of a little bit of sheen, a little bit of glimmer to it, kind of like pearl. But yeah, that lock mechanism, I like it. And I'm sure as somebody who is a fan of those locks, that Eagle Scout EDC can testify that he really enjoys that as well. You do, don't you? It in that wouldn't you say that that's better having that slide rather than like your Benchmades or I don't know. I think this case that I have of all my knives next to right here by the desk. None of them in here. I don't think I have a single knife in this case that has that type of ambidextrous crossbars, slide bar type lock. Everything in here is all at that. Oh no! I have. Never mind. I take that back. I did throw the Kaiser drop bear that they gave away at Blade Show. So yeah, I like the slide bar that's on the Penguin better than these stubs. I don't like the round stubs so much. I prefer what's on that Penguin. Yeah, Eagle Scout EDC loves his crossbars locks, and I get it. And so you do like the slide better than the knobs. We're just gonna call them knobs. Gives you more to hold on to. That's what she said. That's what she said. 69, y'all. 69. I have a SOG XR.
I know, bad boy.
Get out of here, boy. Suburban coming in here scolding me. I have, let's see, where is it? I have it. It's actually in my case of the ones that I intend to sell sometime in the future. Oh, where's the song? There it is. Here it is. Yeah. I have this guy. I have one of these. And he's in CPM S35VN. So yeah, I have one of these. I picked it up. I want to say, yeah, I picked it up at Academy Sports and Outdoor. See, I still have the damn receipt in the box here. I picked it up for, how much did I pay for it? I paid after my employee discount from the time, and then 7% sales tax added back on. I ended up paying $65.05 at the end of it. So $65 is what I paid for this sucker, thanks to my employee 20% discount. See, it was originally priced at $80 at the time. So yeah, like even $80 for S35 carbon fiber with that kind of a lock, and it's got the full blown flipper tab. Yeah. So yes and no. For the record, no. On record, no. Academy did not want anybody, did not approve of anyone. Well, I mean, we could have them in our pockets, but we weren't supposed to use them for opening stuff when we were at work on the clock. So that was kind of a no-no. And I think they made an example out of 1 or 2 employees at one point in time during the close to 4 years that I worked there. But I ended up being overlooked a lot. Like, I was given a slap on the wrist once or twice, and then they just said, whatever, he's going to do it anyways. And at the time, I was a fairly valuable employee, so they kind of just overlooked me. I was very much valued at the gun bar, mostly for my knowledge on firearms and my experience to back up my knowledge on firearms, as well as all your outdoor stuff. There's really, I know way too much about that, all of that. I don't know everything, but I know an awful lot. Especially for my town that I live in. Like everybody else that worked there didn't even nowhere near close to the knowledge or the experience that I had with firearms and knives and outdoor gear, hiking, camping, backpacking, canoeing, kayaking, all of it. Well, there were a couple guys that definitely knew more than I did with fishing. I definitely had to go and ask every once in a while one of the other 2 guys that knew about fishing stuff, certain fishing stuff that I was not so knowledgeable in. I had to use the knowledge of the other fellas, but that was not very often. Usually I could cover it. Anybody had a question, I had the answer. I very, very rarely had to go find somebody else or look it up. Yeah, they do. But at the same time, knowing too much and opening my mouth about certain things kind of actually hurt me a couple of times. And that's all we're going to say about that as far as why they let me go, why I had to move on. I gave some knowledge that a particular customer did not like, and then they went and bitched and moaned and complained about it. And HR was like, yeah, we kind of can't allow that to slide. So, yeah, that was the gist of it. We don't need to go any further. It was, it's really hard to deal with firearm sales and talk about firearm knowledge and sales history when it comes to firearms without having to mention the political influence that occurs with it. And so when you get the wrong customer that's super sensitive about that, even though you're just spitting out facts, feelings get hurt a little too much, and if they complain hard enough, that's how you can lose your job. That's how you can lose it for sure. For sure. So yeah, don't do that. Don't be like me and continue to open your mouth when you should keep it shut. I was kind of itching to get out of that place anyways at the time. There were things going on that I was kind of, well, I was straight up upset about. There's stuff going on that I was upset about, and I had voiced my concerns to upper management, and they said that they were going to fix those issues, and they never did. So I was at that point, I was kind of on edge and was like sick of putting up with all the crap. And so and that's all it took was just one more customer to irritate me, and yeah, it happened. It happened. So that's less than 3 months later. I was working at Lowe's, and I'm content at Lowe's. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. At least not enough yet. Oh, splitting slices. Yeah, thank you for popping in and saying hey. Yeah, I know the whole cat thing is very, very sad. Very, very sad. Terrible. We're so depressed here. I love that cat too. I promise. I do. I'm not a monster. But yeah, so let's look here. Is anybody interested? What do y'all think about doing a giveaway tonight on one of these penguins? And I will let y'all pick. I will let y'all pick between the version 2s or the V2s here, or the ones with the slide bar lock. These guys. The silver aluminum foil one with the plain non-coated blade, that one's gone already. That's interesting that one sold out already. You still got the one with the copper foil G10, which looks wicked too. But with the satin blade, but it is sold out in the black. Let me in stock only. So in stock and newest. So y'all can pick. Whoever wins can pick version the V2s that are right here, that come in D2, or the new ones that that have the 14C. And with the glide locks. So any of these in the upper half that are below 50, that are the $49 or less. That's my budget tonight, because I spent a lot more money on this other package that will be in next Friday's live. Next Friday's the one to be here for sure, because it's a nice package that I put together. But thanks, Splitting Slices. I don't know if you're still here. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, so let's the number game. And let me grab a sliver of paper. Do I have any paper floating around here? Yes, I do. I got paper right here. Paper and pen, and let's Let's do range. Is going to be 50 to 175. And the winning number. Okay. All right. Winning number is covered. And, well, here's the range. I'm going to type it in for you guys. Y'all know the standard rules that everybody does. So no second accounts, no continental U.S. Not gonna send it anywhere that's gonna be difficult or expensive. So range. Let me get the range typed in, and then I'll put with the start. It's 52. Start. There we go. In the chat, y'all go ahead, start your guesses. Range 50 to 175. Go, go, go. Y'all got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I ain't going to sit here forever now. Y'all start guessing away. Guessing away for your choice of which version of penguin you want. If you're going to do DSKFS, do it for somebody that's here so that I can get them to get me their information. So make sure they're here. You gotta be here to win. Eagle Scout, just delete it. Just delete the comment and put in the new one if you weren't happy with the number you first submitted. But yeah, y'all start guessing away. But yeah, next Friday's package is definitely a bigger one that you guys will really want to be here for. So guess. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I need to drink more water. I have my ice water here, but then I brewed in my CB cup. Yeah, I did bother. This is one of the few mementos that I have from being a Navy CB. I do have some deliciously awful green tea brewed. So I was letting this cool. Oh, that stuff's disgusting. But it's so good for losing weight and being healthy that it's part of the diet. So I'm going to step out for a minute and mix these two together to dilute this green tea so it's bearable for me. I don't know how people like this stuff. Who the hell likes drinking green tea straight up? Like, bleh. But I'll be right back. Y'all get your guesses in quick and hurry. Did did you hear anything about
It won't be till Monday.
the test won't come back till Monday? Test results.
But she's pretty much moving on.
She thinks it's which one?
The clouds are right,
Oh.
which requires, I mean, either way, either diagnosis is still fatal. Like, if it's cancer, sometimes cancer or chloroplast is still fatal. Sometimes she can live with a chloroplast. She would have to take medicine, and she would have to go get orthocentesis on a regular basis.
Regular basis, like what? Like every
Like every month or something.
every month, or
No.
like 4 to 6 months?
I
I didn't think it was as often to get those treatments. And that's just to drain the fluid, right?
Yeah, it's a drain.
Yeah.
It builds up, but she said it builds up in a couple of days.
Really?
Yeah, I've been reading some like Reddit posts and stuff.
Yeah.
Owners who've had cats like that, and they said like they did everything they could to save their cat, and the cat was not living the best quality life, and that they regret it because they were being selfish to try to help the cat.
Because they didn't want to lose the
'Cause they didn't
companionship.
want to lose their cat.
Yeah. So cool. All right, y'all ready? Y'all got all your votes in? Let me see. Let me look back and see who's closest. Let's see who's closest. Boominati 69 and had 88 for Drew Dude. The other Ed's in here. Hello, Ed. Ed number 2. 78, 115 from Marco. 109 from BNA for Drew Dude. 169 from Drew Dude. Who hasn't dropped a guess? Oh, there's Dwayne's 123 and SC Knife Monkey 144. And Neil's got 143. All right, let's go ahead and put up the stop. Right, everybody's got their guesses in. I think I know who our winner is, and of course, like I said, same rules that we play by. Closest without going over. And I got the paper right here, so range. And then the winning number was 89. So who was the closest without going over? Who's my closest to 89? Ed had 78. Ed Harrison had 88 for Drew Dude. And that looks like our winner, Drew Dude. Yeah, Ed Harrison had 88, and he put it in for Drew Dude. So sweet. Good old DFKSF, or I can't ever. DSKF, yeah, DS do something kind of. Well, y'all know it. I can't think. There we go. 88 for Drew Dude. So Drew Dude, sir, time to go shopping. You ready to go shopping, Drew Dude? Which one are we getting? If you can pull it up on pull it up on your own computer or phone if you need to. But let's see. Any of the newer ones here that are under $50. Yeah, those are all in D2. Like you get the red shredded carbon fiber G10 handles. And a blue over here. Those are cool. You can get some red micarta handles with the D2 blade. Green micarta. Denim micarta. Brown micarta. You can get the one like my son's. It bounces you from D2 to the 14C, which personally I like a little bit better than D2, just because I live in a wetter environment and I've never had any D2 that I own develop rust on it, but that's because I've always kept them dry and stored them dry. But I like the way 14C sharpens better than D2. It's more of a joy. Like I know what I'm doing with 14C much better than D2. I really don't care to sharpen. And I mean, I don't have to sharpen D2 very often because the handful of knives that I still have that have D2, I don't use them all that much. So usually just stropping it is good. I really like the silver, the aluminum, and the copper foil models. Like those were really cool at Blade Show. But they're that's 69. Is the other one 60? If you like those as much as I do, if you want one of these, I will spring the extra little bit of cash. If you want one of these, I will send one of these your way, because these are cool. If you like those, I'll do it because I know you'll like it. Neil, you got 3 penguins still? So Drew dude, which one do you want? You gotta pick. You gotta let me know which one you want, man. And then hit me up either on Instagram or email me.
Cleaned up.
You gonna go with the red micarta? Do you want do they have both the black and the yeah. There you go, red micarta. You want with the black blade, which looks sick, red and black, awesome pairing, or do you want with the plain, with satin? Is it satin or is it stone wash? They tend to, when they do a stone wash, they do a very light. That's a light on the flats. It's like a light stone wash, and then it's belt satin on the grind. So you want to go with that one, or do you want to go with the black? The black looks sick to me. If it was me, it would be. I'd go with black. And the and that is stone washed. It's a black stone washed. It's just a very, They don't do a heavy stone wash. They do a very light stone wash effect on their blades, which some people really like. Some people prefer that. I like a really heavy stone wash. So which one did you want to go? You black? Got you. All right. So email me, urbanwoodsman87@gmail.com, or hit me up on Instagram, bud. And so I get your mailing info. Because have I sent you stuff before? Hey, B Shady's in the house. What up? And Ginger Fisher. Haven't seen you two in a bit. How's it going? I like the black blade. I think you'll dig it. It's a cool knife. I've had one or two of them, and passed them along, just so other people can enjoy them, because I've just keep going on to other ones, other things to try out. But all right, let me. Am I logged in? I gotta stop sharing so that y'all aren't seeing my stuff. Yeah, I am logged in. Okay, so let me go back and add that to the cart. Oh wait, the black. Oh no, it is. What am I? White Mountain Knives. It's weird with their website. Add to cart. There we go. Okay, so I got it in the cart. Good choice, sir. Good choice. Good pick. While we're on White Mountain Knives, new stuff. Concept is cranking out this guy. I like the look of this thing, of this fixed blade. Show me, where's the damn blade? Show me the knife. There we go. I like that. Like, that's a nice slender EDC fixed blade. But the problem is the length. Because its overall length is almost 6.5 inches. And when you drop that into your pocket, that's still a lot of handle sticking out of your pocket. It's still a lot of handle. It's got a 3.1 inch blade. So for me, for it to be an in the pocket EDC fixed blade, that's gonna have less than a 3-inch blade and be no more than 6 inches overall. It's got to be a 3-finger knife, and it's got to have like a 2.8 or somewhere between a 2.35 and a 2.8 inch blade to be a good little pocket EDC fixed blade with a solid 3-finger grip that I can put a little short lanyard to get my pinky onto. But that's pretty sick, and they threw the S35 onto that guy. But the other, and here's the all blacked out version of it with the shredded carbon fiber and black blade. That's wicked if you want to go more stealth. But this guy looks pretty gnarly. Look at that blade. Boom. Stonewashed or black washed titanium. Rose gold finish on the blade. Too many kids being loud in the kitchen. Sorry about that. Here's this one. That's cool. That's got some blue G10 liners on it. Oh, what does that look like on the spine? They didn't take a photo of that. I want to see what it looked like from that. Darn it. This one, which I like the name too. The only thing I don't like about this knife is that it doesn't have any inlays on the lock side. So you only have your fat carbon, your camo carbon on the show side. I really like it when they throw just a little stretch, just a little sliver of the carbon fiber G10 or my Carter or whatever it is, so that you have it on both sides. Like, I hate it when they just do it on this only on the show side. Kind of sucks. But I do like they had some of these at Blade Show, and they felt freaking awesome in the hand. Solid ergos. I like the design, the curve of that pocket clip, and that's just a sweet, everyday utilitarian blade shape. Just super useful. Sheep's footy-ish, reverse tonto. I don't know what exactly you want to call that blade shape. It's a modified sheep's foot. It's a tactical influenced sheep's foot. That's what I would say. But yeah, I mean, if I was gonna get one, I would go with this, to where it's all black washed titanium on both sides with the black wash blade. Like, that's how I would get it. Who's that designer? They got a funny looking logo. Jesse Pauley. What is that? Is that just like, yeah, that's a caveman holding the knife. How badass. I don't know if I realized that and saw that at Blade Show. That almost makes me want to get it. Yeah, just, like, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. What knife you got there, caveman? Why is it called that? Look on the blade. It's a little caveman. Little badass caveman holding his knife. That's cool. It's a 3.6 inch blade in 20 CV. And with 10%, if you type in one of the codes, 10% ends up being that minus your $22.88. So you're just a little over $200. You're just a little over $200 for this. 20 CV, black wash titanium, little caveman on the blade. That's hard to say no to. I have to say no to it just because I've made so many purchases lately, even after Blade Show. But yeah, I like that. What do y'all think? Do you guys like the caveman with the caveman on the blade? That's cool. I like that. I dig that knife. How did I jump to that? There we go. Again, he's got such a weird website. There's the Thunderhead. That thing's wicked. That's really cool. Cool blade. Cool knife. Concept Thunderhead. Oh, and here's the Tenable fixed blades, which kind of feels like Okay, so you have the Tenable here, and then you have the concept one. So here's the budget one where it's 14C, $50. What's the blade length here? 3.1 inch, 6.4 overall. So it's basically this. Is that just not the same knife? It's a little different. I don't know why when you go to this, the first photo that pops up is the sheath rather than the knife. He needs to fix that. S35VN, $100. That's a Jonathan style.
She's breathing really hard. Has she been doing that?
It kind of comes and goes. Yeah, very similar. Very similar. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Did y'all see? You probably didn't, but Ben Peterson's NAFS knives, their new compact fixed blade. What is it called? The Lulu or whatever. Um, they supposedly copied. Well, I mean, they didn't intentionally do it, but they accidentally copied another knife, another designer. There's a YouTube video out on that. I can pull up. Pull this up and show you. No, not that. History. Yeah. There we go. Oh, commercial. So here it is. Let me share this tab instead. All right. So yeah, y'all are seeing it. So um, the one on the left here is the NAFS Lulu, and the one on the right is um, a custom knife uh, designed by another fella. Uh, Called the Minnow. So that's a custom knife designed by a guy that he named the Minnow, and they are like, other than the handle, they are insanely close. Insane, like the bulge in the handle um, is really where the difference is. So it's not a copy. They just Ben calls it something else.
I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
This has happened, and we're moving forward. And he was very understanding. He was very kind. And
But yeah,
here's
if
the
y'all
thing:
have time
I've
to
talked
watch
a
this
lot
video,
about this
watch this
convergent
video.
design.
That's what he calls it. He calls it conversion design.
And I'm like, Gary, I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
This has happened,
Mhm.
and we're moving forward.
Mhm.
And he was very understanding. He was very kind. And here's the thing. I've talked a lot about this convergent design,
Convergent
right?
design.
Where people don't necessarily come in contact, but the human hand is a certain size, and then you put inputs into that certain size, and you end up with very similar outputs from a design. So
So that's a cool video. That was really interesting to watch and learn a little bit about how. I'll see you, Neil. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up because I know other lives are going on at this time. But that I thought that was really cool. It's crazy how, like, and fixed blades is almost more difficult than folders, as far as the fact that you got a handle and you got a blade, and there's only so much based off of people's hand sizes. There's only so much you can do. Once you establish like 4 or 5 main blade shapes and then 4 or 5 main handle shapes, everybody kind of gets to a point where all their designs, as much as they're trying to make something different, make something that's their own and not trying to copy anybody else's, there's so much volume. There's so many. And, lots of people have some similar mindsets, some similar design vibes that are parallel with others. And in this case, like, neither Ben or the other dude knew each other. They didn't know each other. Ben did not know about this other dude's knife. Just Ben was going off of things that influenced him in the small fixed blade world and came up with a design that had just elements that made sense to him, that also made sense to this other guy who designed a knife just a handful of years ago, sooner than Ben, that they both look very, very similar, and they're very, very similar designs, but they all encroached the same ideas, and they both had the same mindset in going about making these knives. And that, to me, that's just, I love this video because Ben really does a super, super good job explaining that, and they recorded where he actually talked to the other guy at Blade Show about it, and had some good conversation and some solid understanding that Ben's already, like, everything's in route to, blades have already been cut and handle materials are getting cut and everything's being pulled together for this knife. Like, NAFS has already invested a lot into making this model a reality for everybody. It's like, it would really, really super suck to have to put a complete stop to it. So the other dude was really, really understanding about that, because there's absolutely no intention of trying to copy here. And they are different. To me, they're different enough. They are different enough. But yeah, it's just it seems like more and more people, knife designers, knife companies, are having a harder time not ending up with making something that is so close to others. Oh yeah. Exactly. Pyrotech is having changed the Kraken name. Yes, because everybody's starting to step on everybody's toes. It sucks, but it is what it is. But all right, yeah. See you, Eagle Scout. I'll hit you up on Instagram this weekend about what I've got going on with you, because it's supposed to arrive tomorrow, I think. It's projected to arrive tomorrow, so then I'll be able to turn around and get yours out to you hopefully Monday. And yeah, should get it in the mail by Monday. That's the plan. So that's going on with your knife that I'm sending you, and I guess we'll call that the show, guys. Go ahead and get them out of the way, and I will say deuces, peace out, love y'all. Be safe, have a good weekend. I gotta work this weekend and swim, but yeah. And congratulations to Who's our winner? Drew Dude, right? Yeah. I don't know if you've hit me up yet, but yeah. All right. See you later. Thanks for playing. Y'all have a good weekend. See you in other lives. And don't forget, next week, next Friday, big one. Big package giveaway. Don't miss it. All right, Drew Dude, I got you. I'll hit you up on IG here in a second. All right. Peace. I'm out. Bye. Boom.